Teq Golden Frieza. Now, one thing I definitely did notice about this unit was the fact that he doesn't have big bad bosses, and instead he has Resurrection F and Super God Combat. It's like, what are these links at link level 10? Super God Combat is 20% attack, and Resurrection F is 1 key and 10% attack and defense. It's like, if we pull up both these links, guys, not many of these units have this link. Yeah? I think that if we're gonna go ahead and give these units these type of links, these should be very powerful links then, right? This should have been like 2 key and 25% attack and defense. Because how often are you running a Golden Frieza next to a blue Goku or a blue Vegeta? Never. It's like this is almost never gonna happen, right? It's gonna be few and far between. We go over to Resurrection F. Yeah, oh wait, we already are on Resurrection F. Yeah, no, we wasn't. It's like these are literally this. It's similar. I went ahead and I clicked on Resurrection F. It's the same damn thing. It's essentially the same thing. It's like how often you run these units right next to each other. Yeah. It's like this is 1 key and 10% attack and defense, but I would argue this should have been a little higher. It looks nice. Like this 10% defense is definitely cool, but like this should have been at least 2 key and 20% attack and defense, and this should have been like, I don't know, let's bump it up to like 3 key and 30% attack and defense, because you are rarely ever gonna run these units right next to each other. Yeah, makes a lot of sense. Going back on over to, of course, Teq Golden Frieza, one of these old school units from 2016, one of the quintessential tanks back in that year. I think that he got really helped out when AJ Rose was released. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Dev back with another one of these Dokkan battle videos. Today we're going to talk about Teq Golden Frieza, one of the old school tanks in Dokkan. I think that Teq Golden Frieza, I think he was a very good unit back then, of course, back in that leader skill slash Dokkan event meta, because this guy was able to tank those normals and super attacks from some of those strong Dokkan event bosses anyways, because he had 70% damage reduction and 70% attack when his HP was above 50% or more, which is definitely something that was very easy. But if I'm not wrong, it was very easy, again, to fall below 50% less HP because you was getting hit hard from some of those 2016 Dokkan event bosses, no? So you really had to watch where you put some of your units when you ran this guy on the team, so you wanted his damage reduction to be above that specific threshold for that HP threshold anyways, right? So Teq Golden Frieza, how does he perform during the meta that he came out during? I think he performs quite fine. But one thing about him is the fact that when Agent Rose does release a couple months later, I feel like he's much more helped because he does get that 3 key and 50% of the stats to extreme class, as well as that 3 key he's getting for the extreme class allies anyways, right? I think that is very, very nice. Like him giving him 3 keys, that's good, because they're not sharing that many links to one another, right? It's like this guy can hold together so many units because, listen, back in 2016, some of these units weren't linking that well with one another. So this guy being able to give the whole team 3 key, like you run double AGR Rose back in 2016, this guy held the team together like glue. So when AJ Rose did drop, he really helped out a good amount of these extreme class units because he would support them with 3 key. Like, let's go and look at how many links they're sharing one another, right? Are they just sharing Fierce Battle? That's it? They share Fierce Battle? That's all? Right? Yeah, it's because he doesn't have Universal Most Malevolent, he doesn't have Strongest Kind of Space, he doesn't have Shocking Speed, he doesn't have Revival. Yeah, they're only sharing Fierce Battle. So guess what? He's giving him 3 key and he's helping him out anyways. Yeah, because you will run double AGR Rose, you get the double 3 key and 50% stats leader skill, which is definitely nice back in 2016. Then you have 2 AGR Roses residing on each rotation, giving an extra 3 key, meaning that this guy would only need, what, 3 key to super? That's good. That's something that is really nice. This Teq Golden Frieza, again, helped out by him, was definitely something that was good, and how he performed during that specific meta was quite fine because he was a tank anyways, right? He also had 70% attack, which was, it was alright, you know? Hey, attack is attack, but being a defensive unit in the purely offensive-based meta back in 2016, I feel like he was alright, because for what he was doing, I mean, guys, 70% damage reduction is something I'm not going to go ahead and pass up, even though there's a HP threshold to it. I mean, it's still something, right? He was also a demigod leader to Teq, so like, yeah, 100% of the stats Teq type that's alright, yeah? So how would this guy perform during the time he would get his EZA? He performed amazing. I feel like his EZA was definitely done, would I say perfectly? I would probably say very well. I wouldn't say perfectly. His EZA was just very, very good. Because, of course, his EZA wouldn't be perfect because he still had that HP threshold. But what they did was give him damage reduction when he would fall below that HP threshold, which definitely did help him out, right? What I wish they would have did with a unit like him was give him like 80% attack and defense, so he had some sort of defense to fall back on with his damage reduction. Because, let me go ahead and take... No, let me go over to... Let me get Resurrection F, right? Let me close out this, close out this. Let me pull up Teq Golden Frieza, who's obviously the best of all the three when it comes to Golden Frieza EZAs. Because all this in Golden Frieza does, he's just a stacker, right? He's a stacker that's a support type. I don't want to bring him up. I want to bring him up and talk about him real fast. Let me see. Yeah, he stacks defense. He's a target Goku support type. He went with a 50% chance to crit when going against a Goku. So he's good for long events. Yes, he has his role. So it's like this guy we don't really care about. He's clearly going to be the worst of the three. So let me get Golden Frieza, right? This is clearly, he's the best of the three, yeah? So, what I think of this Golden Frieza, I think that what they should do with, like, damage reduction units, even though he's a 2020 EZA, it's like, even though he does have 90% damage reduction, he's taking damage nowhere. Let's just be honest. It's like, even with his typing, it's like, Cell Max supers him, he's living. 90% damage reduction. And he's an extreme class unit with 90% damage reduction. So, I mean, yes. I mean, this guy's, he's living, yeah? But the case is with this unit is that why couldn't he gain 2 key, 90% attack and defense with 4 more key spirits obtained? I don't really... It's like some of these damage reduction, it's like, sure, he's not going to take damage anyways. It's like, why couldn't he just gain defense? And then, like, why couldn't he just get, like, a similar design to this guy? You know what? The more I look at it, right? Sure, Teq Golden Frieza is definitely much more reliable unit to run over to Teq Golden Frieza, but the more I look at it, I'm thinking I like Teq Golden Frieza's design better. Yeah, it's like if they would have gave him, imagine this was like 60% damage reduction instead of 50, and then he had 80% attack and defense, and he had big bad bosses. Like, give all the Golden Friezas big bad bosses first. It's like, and then start them off with some defense. I kind of like how they designed him better than this Teq Golden Frieza. Yes, what was he pre-EZA? Yeah, it was 90% damage reduction. So he essentially had the same thing as him pre-EZA, right? It's like 70% damage reduction here, then you have 90% damage reduction here. It's like at the time, it was easily Teq Golden Frieza was still much more runnable unit than Teq Golden Frieza, but now in today's day and age for the meta of Dokkan, this guy is much more better to run as like a slot 1 or a slot 3 unit, sitting right next to, I don't know, this guy right over here. But going on back on topic, right? The case I'm trying to make is the fact that I like his design a slightly little more, and I feel as if though a unit of this caliber, he should have really done the same thing as him, right? As I don't see why not. Who cares though? He technically still gets the job done. But the thing is about this unit, is like if you take a super attack, like on like your 3rd slot unit or on Cooler, if he doesn't get enough stacks in, I think that falling below 40% or less HP is definitely quite easy inside some of those red zone stages, and he can definitely get you clapped. If he does not have his damage reduction up, you guys already know he's dead. Yeah, he's complete dead weight. Yeah, opposed to this guy who has 50% damage reduction when your HP is below 50%, right? That's good. Yeah, that's quite good. I like his design better than Teq Golden Frieza. So I'm just gonna say it outright. And while I use him more than him, yes, but still, the case is that Teq Golden Frieza, how does he perform during the meta he came out of, that being the, I think we're still in the Super Battle Royale meta because we're in April, right? Because the legendary Goku event comes out Goku Day of 2019, if I'm not incorrect. Let me go and bring up the legendary Goku. Where is it? It's right over here. I think it is, yeah, it does come out Goku Day of 2019. So, of course, I think his EZA drops a literal month away from Legendary Goku event, so he's out during the Super Battle meta. I think that this guy performs quite well for the Super Battle meta because clearly he's a tank. Yes, 80% damage reduction. I mean, and also another thing about him is that he actually has a good leader skill. Tech type 3 key, 120% of the stats. I think another thing about him is when Extreme Super Battle Road does come out, he is a amazing unit for Extreme Tech, and Extreme Tech back in 2019 was not impressive. It wasn't impressive when Extreme Super Battle came out. It's a little bit better today, but back then it wasn't really the craziest, right? Hold on, guys, I'm sorry. So going back on over to Golden Frieza, I think he performed well for the meta that he came out during, that being the leader skill slash Dokkan of the meta, because he had damage reduction, and I think he performed well in the meta that he came out during the EZA. Then when he got it, because it's like they did his EZA correct. Like he has damage reduction here above the HP threshold, and he still keeps his damage reduction, but it falls below. If it basically drops by 30% when he falls below 50% less HP, I think it's fine. I think he's fine for the meta he comes out during, because out during the Super Battle Bro meta, he took super attacks. That's impressive. Yes, he's taking super attacks. He's taking these big time normal attacks from these Super Battle Bro bosses, well, enemies. Yes, this guy performs well for the Super Battle Bro meta, and he performs well for the leader skill meta when he came out. And so what is good about this guy? Of course, what is good about this guy is the fact that post EZA, I think that his leader skill is definitely really good, and running double of him for that extreme tech, extreme Super Battle Bro stage was definitely something that you can make the case was needed, because when Extreme Super Battle Road first came out, those 10 stages were super difficult. Maybe it was just me, but those stages were definitely quite difficult. I'm not sure if anyone would like agree with me, but trust me, even with all those items, those bosses were definitely difficult. I'm going to say that for shit sure, yes? So his leader skill was definitely super useful post EZA, and the fact that he still had damage reduction when he fell below his HP threshold is definitely something that's really good. 80% damage reduction here, then 50% damage reduction over here is definitely nice. And pre-EZA, him starting out as just a regular old quintessential damage reduction unit at the start was definitely something that is really nice, and he, in all practicality, paved the way for other like damage reduction units, no? Because 70% damage reduction back in 2016, this guy wasn't taking no damage nowhere. Yeah? And then when AGR Rose came out, it's like he held the team together like Gorilla Glue. he, it was gripped together. It's over. It was over. That key support type passive was definitely something that was really helpful for a unit of like this, like of being Golden Frieza, right? So what is bad about this unit? I feel like, all right, I don't really want to talk about the defensive side of him. We're not going to talk about that because it's not fair for a 2019 EZA to say that, oh, it's like, okay, he doesn't have defense side his passive, he doesn't have defense side his super attack effect. I think the real issue with this unit is the fact that they don't like to give these Golden Frieza units big bad bosses, right? Because they decide to give him like Resurrection F and Super God Combat. It's like, why not? It's like LR Golden Frieza, a 2022 summonable LR, doesn't have big bad bosses because of what they did to these Golden Frieza units back in 2016. Yeah? It's like, why? I don't understand it. And also, I mean, some of his best linking partners. I mean, LR Final Form Cooler, LR Full Power Frieza. LR Full Power Frieza post EZA, maybe, I guess. He has STR Cooler over here. He has his Teq Final Form Cooler. It's definitely really underrated. And moving on up, I mean, Physical Cooler, decent at the time, of course. Wait, when does he get his EZA? I don't think he gets his EZA till 2021, right? Because I literally just talked about that cooler. Now, let me go over to Universe's Most Malevolent. When does that Physical Cooler get his EZA? I'm pretty sure it's 2021, right? It's during the God of the meta, if I remember correctly. Come on, Wiki. Don't be afraid to load. Don't be afraid to load. Where is it? Right over here. Okay. I double-clicked his, I double-clicked the cooler. Okay. But would you use him in today's meta? I completely skipped over that because I kept thinking about the Super Battle Bro meta. So in today's meta, I don't think you would want to run this guy because AGL Golden Frieza is much more of a better option. I think that AGL Golden Frieza at 90% damage reduction just too good to pass up on. Sure, technically I said I liked his design better because 50% damage reduction, you fall back on this. It's like him compared to, let me double check it. Yeah, he does get his EZA in 2021. Okay. So yeah, like I was saying, I think running him inside newer content, I would say if you want to go ahead and do it, sure, you can make it work because 80% damage reduction is still something that is high. But I think that running AGL Golden Frieza would work a little better because 90% damage reduction, having that extra 10% damage reduction doesn't matter. Maybe, for sure. I think it all goes off of personal preference, right? Because it's either you want to run AGL Golden Frieza for the 90% damage reduction, sure, or you want to run this guy and feel safe when you fall below that 50% less HP threshold, right? And have that 50% damage reduction over here. Having two separate procs of damage reduction is definitely really nice. So if you want to run this guy in today's meta, he can work for sure. But if you don't, AGL Golden Frieza is still an option. You have options. You can run this guy in today's meta for sure. You can definitely, for sure, run this guy in today's meta. How many 200% leader skills does he have? Resurrect the Warriors is a no. Movie Bosses is a yes. He's on LR Final Form Cooler's 200% leader skill. Yeah. Is he on Space Traveling Warriors? He isn't. Why? Oh, okay. Okay. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna say nothing. Full power is a no. Transformation boost is obviously guys right over here because he's on Movie Bosses, and yeah, transformation boost. Wicked Bloodline, he's on LR Metal Cooler's 200%. He just goes right over here. Come on out, Metal Cooler. Terrifying Conquerors, I mean, obviously we already pretty much got him. He's on Terrifying Conquerors and Movie Bosses. Target Goku's a no. Revenge is a no. Inhuman Deeds is a no. Gifted Warriors, he's not on Buu Saga or Vegeta's Family. Planetary Destruction is a no. Master Evolution, he's not a Pure Saiyan. Sworn Enemies a no, and Battle of Fate is a no. Okay. So he's only on 200% leader skills, yeah, which is definitely nice for sure. It's like you can run him on LR Final Form, coolest team. It's like you can put this guy in slot 1 reliably and have this guy in slot 2. Sure. It's like it could work. For shit, sure, yeah. The same could go with this guy. You get him in slot 2 or slot 3, he can definitely work. This guy, I mean, technically he could work in all slots because he's a revival unit. But still, the case still stands. This guy can still be ran as slot 1 unit, yeah? Especially all these Terrifying Conquerors, like support type units that are on this team to give him more defense, yes? So I think that is really about it for this Teq Golden Frieza. One of the older tanks in Dokkan. I think that this guy definitely fulfilled his role in Dokkan, yes? And back then, I think that, whose EZA came out first? Was it him or Teq Janemba? Not Teq Janemba, excuse me. Int Janemba. Was it him or Int Janemba? I think Int Janemba's came out first? I don't remember. Int came out in December of 2018. I think I'm wrong. I might be wrong, guys. I don't remember. I really don't remember when Int EZA came out. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, do they share some links with one another? Probably not. Did I hover over him? I might hover past him, right? Let me go over to Int Come on, Dokkan Wiki, let's work. Let's work. Dokkan Wiki is a little slow today. A little bit of traffic. It froze on the shocking speeds screen, so I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, I'm really sorry. Okay, so I guess we may or may not be able to see Come on, Dokkan Wiki, please. I just want to see whose EZA came out first so I can go ahead and close out the video. So it should be down here. It froze when I clicked on Int So yeah, I knew I guessed it, and I was pretty sure. I was like, wait, isn't it December of 2018? So, yes, his EZA does come out before Teq Golden Frieza's. I think these two are, like, neck and neck for, like, the best EZAs in the game. I think his was definitely a little bit more better because he had defense with guard. Defense, guard, and dodge chance. I mean, that's powerful. That's powerful, great, amazing. He had one of the best link sets in the game, too. I mean, Big Bad Bosses, he has something that he didn't have. Him having Big Bad Bosses, guard, defense, and dodge chance was something he could put over Golden Frieza's head. Who was tanking the super attack better? I mean, both of them tanked the super attack quite well inside Battle Road. Should I do a video on the Teq Golden Frieza versus Int Janemba? Hey, Teq Golden Frieza back in 2019, his EZA was literally the closest thing to Int Janemba's. If anyone played back then, of course, you remember Teq Golden Frieza was like right there because of that damage reduction. If you value damage reduction more than guard, he was above Int Janemba. If you valued guard more than damage reduction, I'm just saying. Who do I think was better back then though? Int Janemba, easy. Higher attack stat, guard, defense, dodge chance, better link set, easy. Wasn't even a discussion or debate. People who thought that he was better than him, I mean, sure. I mean, damage reduction is definitely nice. You would take less damage from him in his damage reduction than you would with him and his guard. But people would then make the case about him with his damage reduction falling below that specific HP threshold back in 2019. It was a discussion, okay? If you guys want that, all right. I don't know. I could go on and on about who was better than who back then. So I think that is really about it. I appreciate you guys watching. You guys are the best. I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.